I'm gonna go ahead and knock out some abs and cool down a little bit. So I think what we'll probably do is maybe some Rockies, and oh, it feels good to lay down after all that work. So I'll walk you through some of the stuff that I do for abs. So Rockies is just crossing your legs, coming through, hands behind your head, and you want to come up and touch like, an elbow to your knee. That's really like the essence of it. Boom, so you get a lot of reach with that, and you can come up and you can crunch all the way. And I like doing it like this because if you have your elbows like here, you can where you want to go. You want to come up and touch, your knees to your elbows. So boom, just like that. That's with a regular crunch, not with a Rocky. But yeah, so it's really easy to knock out 20 of these versus trying to come here and put your feet under the couch and come all the way up with a crunch. It's a lot to do, but this is a lot easier to do as far as a cool down is concerned. So you want to come and you want to crunch here, just touching your elbows to your knees, and you knock out 20 of these super easy, and they're really quick, so you can knock those out. I actually can't see chat from here. Let me slide this over a little bit. There we go. There we go. I can see that. Oh, maybe I should go ahead and mute my phone since it's right by the mic. Glad to support the homie. Yeah, man, that's much love. This was fun. Hey, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Matter of fact, already told me sit-ups with their arms crossed in front of your chest are the most efficient. They are. They're most certainly the most efficient. So, the thing is, if you're doing sit-ups with your arms folded across your chest, that's the ones that I'm talking about, where it helps to have something where your feet can be underneath. So, for instance, if my feet were underneath the couch, I could cross my arms across my chest, and that would make it easier. But when you don't have a partner, doing sit-ups like this it's really tough. It's just really tough, and the regular person is gonna have a lot of difficulty coming up all the way up with their arms folded across their chest if they don't have nothing to support their legs coming up. So those are super, super efficient sit-ups. But the reason I went for Rockies was because you want to get your obliques and you want to hit those. Yeah, so when you're hitting the Rockies, right, it's going and it's hitting your side. So you're going and you're hitting on the side area, and you're crunching down on this area, either this way, which will hit over on this side, or you hit over this way, which will hit on this side. So either way you're doing it, you're hitting one side of your abdominal area. And it's super helpful because that's a really tough area for a lot of people to work out. It's basically just preference and where the focus body part you're working on. Exactly, versatile. Exactly. And that's why I was okay, so where do we want to focus? What do we want to do? What do we want to work on as far as trying to work on abs? And what is something that people do or have trouble working on, which a lot of times is lower abs. So for lower abs, I just come down and I like to do, it's like a variation of 6 inches, but it's just leg lifts. So all you're doing is you're crossing your arms across your chest and you're just coming up about 6 inches, coming down. So like something like that, that's really good for, helping to work out your lower abs. What part do you focus on most and why? That's a good question. I don't think that there's a part that I work on like more than others, because like my goal for real like is to work out like my whole body, like calves, quads, hammies, shoulder, everything. Like I'm trying to work everything. So like, cause my goal is to gain size and strength throughout my body. I don't want to just have like big biceps and like that's not really my goal. But some people do have a thing that they know, like, oh, my legs are weaker than I like them to be, so I do a lot of deadlifts or something like that, or I want a strong back, or whatever the case is. So yeah, for me personally, if it says like what part do you focus on most, I can't say that they're like unintentionally I focus on like upper body more than I should, and it's unintentional because it's just what I'm familiar with. So I end up working like a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, dips kind of thing, and it's not intentional, but it's just I'm always doing it. So, and it happens to be something I'm doing with another workout or in between sets or something like that. So unintentionally I do more upper body than I probably should. Depends on the person and with their genetic makeup. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my genetic makeup has always made me to where I'm a little more leaner. So like I have more of a slimmer build. Like, and you'll notice, like with my buddy Ronan, he's got he's not really like bulky or slim. He's kind of got a good tone to him, and he's still got a muscular tone to him as well. So with his genetics might be somewhere in between mine and somebody who's naturally bulky, somewhere in between there. Small ankles, so they focus on their legs, and most people struggle getting the lower abs, so they focus on those. Exactly, yeah, versatile, and that's exactly why, like, for me, my ankles are fine, but I messed up my ankles, so I do have to work on my legs a lot, and they, that's just that's just the way it goes. You have to have strong legs if you're going to do anything athletic. Finally figured out how to stream on my TV. God. Oh, D and HD. That's hilarious. Can you contract your pecs? Oh yeah, like Terry Crews. Yeah, I don't like. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been unintentionally doing it because I've been doing a lot of chest. So they kind of twitch a little bit, but it's something sometimes I do it. I don't mean to do it, but yeah, like if you've seen it, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not something I've been meaning to do. It just kind of happens when I work chest a lot. And when you're doing push-ups, you're working a lot of chest. So it's like a thing that just starts happening, when you're doing it. It literally just start like, like flexing or tightening or contracting just on its own because it's getting worked out. Could you focus on bodyweight workouts because it will help you more often in regular day-to-day tasks and is healthier in the long run? Yeah, I know calisthenics are much healthier to do in the long run. Overall, they're healthier, and so I like to focus on them just because it's something I feel like does a good thing for me getting back in shape or staying in good shape. I never wanted to be like the kind of guy who was like all bulky and running around like no neck. I never wanted to be that guy. So I figured I like being, the size that I am or the build that I am. But shoot, I think I'm feeling pretty cooled down. Let's do a little bit of, I probably can't hit one arm push-ups so as dead as my arms are. Can I hit any more push-ups? Probably can. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That hurt me. Okay, let's reset up the old looker.